Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Apologistics. I think we are about to present some slippers to Miss Emma. See what she can tell us about these toe prints. Let's start with the sandals, I guess. These sandals. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints matched, you'd know the same person wore both. Huh. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Got one right here. I think I just might, actually. Really? I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare this sample with another print? This other print. This pair of slippers toe print and all. Oh, the print on these is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course. Hang on. Bingo! Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we were the ones who found the prints. A perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who those sandals belong to. Or do you already know? I can't say. Not yet. That's one big step closer to the truth. Alright, we're done here, so we're gonna head over to the detention center, because I think we all know who those shoe prints will possibly be at this point. But Waki is probably not gonna be a very happy person.
Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back, and Daddy's... Oh, you again.
Hi, Waki. You always have to announce your entrances like that?
Man, my old man, now I'm all in a funk, and it's his fault.
One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson, and failed, clearly.
You two got your work cut out for you. Straight up. Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go.
Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Alright, let's talk.
Hey man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges.
But what if you're found guilty of murder?
Hey, it's all experience, you feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they?
Didn't really do it, did you?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words.
Man, my old man is whack. Disappointing, that's what he is.
I heard he wants to leave the mob?
Over my dead body! I spend my life trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kataki family.
Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail. For my sake. Alright, let's present the sandals. Waki, you don't happen to recognize these, do you?
Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her.
Or Miss Tiala?
Yeah, a birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad. So cute, man.
So these sandals are... Yeah, I kinda had a feeling.
What's up with the funky vibes?
Well... Let's present Waki's chart and we'll go from there.
Huh? What's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait.
That's right, Waki, it's yours.
Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right?
I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Take a closer look. Here, in particular. Where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala.
Huh, you lawyers do your homework.
So, you met Miss Tiala when you...
Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so?
Tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting?
Fine, fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad.
Let's talk.
About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. But they came in and got me, hauled me off to docks.
The Maractus Clinic?
That's where I met her. My fallen angel.
You mean Alita Tiala?
She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say. The bad guy always gets the ladies.
Right.
She was done with that clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said?
What did she say?
Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet, like on the down low, know what I'm saying? I'll leave, if you'll marry me.
So, that was the proposal?
You know it. An oath of love, right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done, and we were out of there. See you later, bye.
About that op.
Yeah, didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me.
This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said.
Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? You know what I'm saying?
But didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup?
Yeah. That's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cap pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I?
Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before?
No, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean.
Alright, I guess that's it for now, but good to know that our suspicions have been confirmed. Let's go see if Mr. Eldude is here. Mr. Eldude, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Trucy doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. I suppose he is still a doctor. You okay? Mr. Eldude, is everything okay? I'm so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Eldude. Mr. Eldude, could you take a look at this? A medical chart? Hey, you should go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldude? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy! You can't put him on trial! He's ABD! ABD? All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Oh! First time he did this, I literally freaked out because I thought that noodle, I thought those noodles was his actual hair. Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. Hey, it's like he's a completely different person. Look at me, he's all professional now, it's ridiculous. What a transition. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie fella's not doing so well. Got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you could still see the bullet stuck in here. Why would it be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on. What? Bullet snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc be eager to fiddle with. You mean? It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. Jesus.
I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet.
Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, bullets on the move. I give him another half a year, tops. But Waukie's operation was already half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great. Just great.
How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? Could he just leave that bullet in there?
I got a pretty good idea how he felt. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table. Finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair.
Despair?
But the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out.
Talkies.
You bet! This kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation, and Waukie's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold.
How awful!
Which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them and he could probably cover up the truth of what happened.
That's just horrible! He left Waukie to die!
Darkness in his world, Trucy doll. Waiting. Hungry. Compared to it, these gangs' turf wars are like kids' games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same.
You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldu? You could operate on Waukie, couldn't you?
I wish.
What?
I'm afraid there ain't anybody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world.
So Waukie...
We're lucky to be alive even now.
No!
There's one problem.
Apollo?
This chart. Look at the nurse section. Alita Tialia.
That's right, this operation was how they met.
Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Waukie's condition, guaranteed. Why didn't she ever tell him? Doesn't make sense. She knew her patient was in serious danger. I think she wanted to get that second operation before getting engaged.
What was she thinking, Apollo?
What were you thinking, Alita Tialia? I smell some deceit going on. Somebody just wants the money. No, we're not saving just yet.
This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so.
Oh? What time did you wake up?
3 a.m.?
It's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me.
and the amazing Mr. Hat.
Here's looking at you, kid.
That voice.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure who it was. Hey, get any sleep?
Mr. Wright.
Going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Well, that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun.
Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today?
Take a guess.
Huh. How about Little Plum?
That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope, guess again.
That's too bad, you know? Speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy.
Barely morning and you're at it already, Trucy.
Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship.
So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alida Tiala, your client's fiance.
She's going to be a witness. But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance?
I have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Going down today. That much is clear.
Well, not to worry. I've got my peonies back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there.
Can you really, Trucy? Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie, Kentucky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution is warmed up, and it's a sold-out house. Very well, to recap. While yesterday's witness seems more guilty than any other party,
Guilty of panty snatching?
we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Herr Judge. And today I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside.
The outside?
The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. His betrothed. His betrothed? His fiancé, Herr Judge. His partner for life, with no chance of parole. Very well, you may show, lucky lady to the stand.
But she's so pretty.
Your name and occupation, Fraulein?
Alida Tiala. My occupation is future wife.
Ah, traditional values. I respect that. Too many bridges these days can't even weave baskets, blindfolded, underwater. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution.
Honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth.
Honestly. Honesty, another admirable trait. Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant Vaki Kitaki confessed his plans? His plans for murder?
Yes.
The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Let's do it.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. You already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it.
So the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then? Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it? Fired from the pistol the defendant procured. Yes, this has been proven.
How can you prove something like that?
Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fire them, called rifling marks.
Rifling marks?
Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint, left on every bullet it fires.
And when did you first hear about Waki's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Pressing everything.
That was the day of the murder, correct? Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Waki looked at his face went so pale.
But of course, he had just found out he had a bullet in his chest.
So you were there at the time? Yes, poor Waki.
That must have been, quite frightening.
He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds.
Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint.
Waki's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute.
Great, now he sounds like a psychopath.
So, is it easy to take a pistol out from the house? Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access, but Waki's a special case, being the next in line.
Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah?
Oh, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone.
Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. The point here being that Waki had access to the pistol.
What happened? Meaning the murder. I tried to stop him, I really did. But Waki wouldn't listen.
Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss.
How can you say that for certain? How?
Forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fraulein. It was the defendant, Waki, was it, who took the pistol from his home? We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So, how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point?
Could someone else have used the pistol?
There was another.
Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol.
What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was.
Alita Tiala herself. Well, of course I mean you, Miss Tiala. But why? You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf?
Yes!
I've heard of people doing strange acts for love, but this... It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partners in life, to be sure. But I think I would hesitate at murder.
I hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé.
That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim. Waki's chart.
This looks like a medical chart.
Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart.
What? Miss Tiala, why is your name on this chart?
Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Our warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Oh boy. Miss Tiala, you testify that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't. Now? Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love. Past flaws.
There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't fly? She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true, but you remain connected somehow.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic. Your sandals!
These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
What's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all.
Well, now you see your true colors. Now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Walkie back on the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story.
Sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point in denying it.
Very well. The witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day? I think we'll press after, we hear a testimony.
I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistakes. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend.
Old friend? By mistake, you mean the mistake we heard about from the defendant. The botched operation.
He was a timid small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know?
Huh, that does make sense.
Yes, but there's still one thing which does not.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home.
I would have worn those sandals home too.
So, why were the sandals left behind? You pointed out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there, which you wore home by mistake. Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Ja, forehead? What the? No fair! It's filling the holes in her testimony.
The defense may begin the cross-examination. We'll probably do that in the next video since we only have like a minute left before we're going over, so we'll do that. We'll continue this in the next video. See ya!